Did you know LeBron going to Philly is actually connected to literacy and AI? Now, if you heard that and said, nigga, what? Let me tell you about the master plan for my GOAT, LeBron James. And apologies to the Philly niggas if my pronunciation is wrong. Many of you all know how to read, and by that I mean via pattern recognition and memorization, you are able to discern the words coming out of my mouth. But does that mean you understand what I'm saying? See, statistics show that the United States is ranked 36th globally in literacy, but first in GDP. And I bring up that statistic because we got a lot of niggas with a lot of things that are still in search for meaning. And I believe they are in search for meaning because they literally cannot comprehend it. Some of the countries the US ranks behind in literacy, like Barbados, post an average GDP of $8 billion, in comparison to that of the US posting an average GDP of $32 trillion. Now, LeBron James in all his endeavors has earned at least 1/8 of the entire GDP of Barbados. And yet, what do we have to show for all of our shiny toys? When I see streamers asking people to read random passages, I recognize most people are alarmed because they don't know the words. But they haven't even begun to mourn the fact that if you don't know words, you cannot begin to understand meaning. See, I believe artificial intelligence does not understand in the slightest what I'm saying, but it knows far more words than I could hope to learn in a lifetime, and could likely predict my sentence before I finished it. That, however, is not comprehension. Now, LeBron came into the NBA at 18 years old out of St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio. He has since won championships in Cleveland, Miami, and LA. And yet, his most recent message inspired me to write this. In a moment of public introspection from one of the most decorated athletes of all time, he asked, what am I doing it for at this point? And see, I believe every book should be read twice, once for completion and once for comprehension. I believe LeBron is playing for comprehension at this point. But what does that sentiment reflect about larger society? I reflect at times that I, a modest nigga by today's standards, have traveled more than the royalty of yesteryear. I have eaten foods that the richest man 10,000 years ago quite literally could not fathom the taste of. And I find it funny reading comments like, first in my bloodline to see, whatever this is. But more than comedic in nature, I think this commentary, much like LeBron's, is emblematic of a different problem for our epoch. We are in search of meaning and fulfillment, not riches. Although capitalism tries its damnness to manufacture problems, let it not be forgotten that there are more than enough resources to feed every son, clothe every daughter, and house every family. And as we are being inundated with AI and the things we know and love are being gutted by private equity groups consulting AI to consult people about profit margins and player plus minus, let us not forget that the GOAT understands it now. Yes, it's about winning, but the win is not the ring. Or the completion. It's the grind. It is the journey. And ultimately, I think the quicker we can get back to comprehension, the quicker we can begin to find meaning in this world and in the success that we've generated on the backs of, American imperialism and coups and coups throughout the world. And by cool, I don't mean like cool. Hope you know what I mean when I say cool. But yeah, man, I hope you all enjoyed this. This is fun for me. I really like to talk about sports more than I'm able to or more than I do. So if you enjoyed this little play on sports in like a societal way, let me know. I'd love to do this more often. So yeah, man, shout out to my GOAT. Not my favorite player, but he is my GOAT. Two different things. But yeah, man, y'all be easy. Peace.